All right, looks like he started. Please start.
Okay, so our team name is DigiPen, and our game is already, which features 2D prototype platform awesome game. I will introduce our awesome team member also. Producer Hyunjun Yu. He made a state manager in this our engine pro, and Sung-Young Hong he is technical director. He made all physics such as gravity or reflection or collision, everything. And me, I made the HUD of the game such as power bar or level score, everything. And Bong Gun Choi is test manager. He actually made object manager and dev editor. And summary about it. Puzzle and prototype and platform. These three made our awesome game, which is already.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about game flow. This is how our game works with the splash image state manager menu. And one thing is special about game is that we have a web manager that affects our game. We will show in the demo.
Okay, I'm the test manager of our team. I made web editor for efficient level making. I'm sure the web editor. And it is very basic web editor. But it functions and you can adjust the size of the box. Oh, sorry. Size and position. And rotation. And the texture of the object. And you can save it. And you can load this in the game. Like this. And Hyunjun will show the demo level of our game.
So, we have three menus. On the credit, we put our names and our roles there. And on the play section, as you can see, we have a cannon over here, ball object here. Player is able to adjust the angle and then shoot the ball with the power that he wants. If the player press spacebar long enough, the power is adjusted. As you can see, the ball bounces. And when ball hits the object, it reflects it as well. Over here, as you can see, the gravity works downward, and if the ball goes over there, the gravity works the other way. And the goal over here is to make the ball go over there so we can finish the level. Okay, give it one more try. There you go. And this is the demo for our game. Now Sang-Young will explain the core technology and risk and mitigation for our game.
For adapting the gravity for our games, we use basic physics formula such as F equals ma. So we multiply dt at gravity, which becomes velocity, and multiply dt to velocity, which becomes position. And for reflection, we use that formula which dot products velocity vectors and normal vectors, and will multiply normal vectors to be. For risk, I think we have risk for reflections, map editors, and sounds, which we don't have. For sounds, we didn't write and sounds for our games, and I think that will be some risk later on. And for mitigations for our games, in order to fix reflections, we have to make our codes in object defined. And for map editor, we already advised for professor, and he said to use JSON not using TXT files. And for sounds, we will use edit modes and ask some advice for TAs or professors.
Is there any other questions for us?
Yeah. What are you using? How are you saving your map information right now? It's a text file. Can you show me the text file? Open it up. Okay, so you're just reading across values.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are all different objects.
Yeah. First is position, and this is scale value, and this is object ID, and this is texture. This is object count.
So how do you set the goal and other things? How do you set them?
Right now, we apply more codes on our level itself, because for the risk, it is hard to like get physics work on the web editor that we created. So
Okay.
that's why we need to. That's the biggest risk for right now, because we have to put physics and like other.
I mean, what do you mean by physics? What do you want to add to it? Just gravity?
No, it's like when we create objects to web editor,
Mm-hmm.
things don't apply to texture that we object that we create.
Okay.
So, like you mentioned, if you use Epson, we can JSON. Then we can like maybe able to put functions there. We haven't able to get that far yet.
I mean, it's not like you actually put functions inside the JSON. JSON is still just a text file. It's just a structured text file.
Right.
So things are labeled, essentially. So you can basically give it types that you can say this is a goal. And if it's written as a goal, your code will get the type that it's a goal and initialize and load in the things that are relevant to a goal. If it's a wall, same thing. Like, oh, it needs to have collision. So, but the thing is though, you also have to pass in that information. What's the size of the object? And then if it has collision, like, then add rigid, well, I don't know if you guys know this by now, but add the physics component to it. So then it can actually have collision. So all it is, a text file, is just information about how should I handle this object. So some of it is position, rotation, size, but also other stuff. Yeah, like what type of object is it? Does it need physics? Does it need this? And you put that data there, so when you read it, your game engine or your game logic will see that type and be like, oh, it's this type of object, so I have to give it these few things, or I have to do these things to it. And that's what you would be doing when you load in a data file. I mean, essentially, it gets confusing. Like, right, I looked at that file, and I have no idea what's what, right? And that's also a problem inside your own game, because it potentially means only one person might actually know how that is structured, because they're the one that made it. Okay, and then the rest of the team might just be like, I have no idea. So the JSON method is just a structured way of labeling things in the data file. And as you read it in, I mean, for you as a person, but also your computer can, I mean, not your computer, your engine can read in these files and like, this type, do this. These are the data's values I need to initialize with. Okay. Did you do JSON in your game last year?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't do it.
Do you
The
know-
other asked me.
Do you know how it works?
Yeah.
Okay. You can ask him, but maybe there's the other TAs you can ask too. Yeah, JSON is just the newer one that most people use these days. For the map editor, how are you doing the map editor? What are you using the warp engine to make the map editor, or what are you doing to make the map editor? If I'm good.
I use file input output.
Right, file input output, but how are you coding it is my question. Are you using the warp engine or are you using C#? What do you?
C language.
Oh, okay. So it's. So are you using the warp engine as the base?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just curious. Okay. I have to think about that a bit more. Because you're using the warp engine, it doesn't have forms, which allows you to create fields for you to fill in, such as I want the position to be at 5:10. Right? You can't type that in right now. Looks like you have to move things, right? Okay, so we can talk about that separately, because I actually don't know if you're able to do that with the warp engine. I don't think so. If that's the case, telling you to use C# all of a sudden, I think might be too early. Okay, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Okay, so the risk and mitigation. So right now reflection is not working. Why is there a risk on reflection? Based on your
Because
demo, seems okay.
our codes are still on the object. It's not itself. I mean, the physics is not itself. So we want to make sure it works everywhere on like every object we create, every wall that we create, so it can be more stable, not just only one wall that we make.
Oh, so wait. Okay, I guess we have to do a code review. You're saying you have all the different calculations on each wall when the ball bounces and hits it?
The formula is same box. We have to set each locations.
Okay. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to do a code review. This is gonna take too long to talk like this. Okay. Alright, so then the only feedback I have for you, which you will see in the video yourself, is don't turn your back
Yeah.
to the audience too much, or try not to at all. So I mean that's a big one. So find ways to be able to speak in front, using the monitor or cue cards, or just memorize the flow of the presentation. All right, that's it for me. We'll just have to meet and talk about the couple of concerns that I have. One about code review, and then the map editor. All right. Thank you.